Hey, this is How Not to Game with Callie Jack, the Simutrans tutorial sessions, episode 27. I'd like to welcome everybody back who's back, greet everybody who's new to the channel. Don't know how long I'll take and last. Hey, that's the way it goes. We're currently in episode 27. We just connected up Malalock with Brentberry via some rather complex stationing instead of simple stationing. That's going to bite us down the road. But I'm here to show you how not to game, because that's the name of my channel. Yeah, this works. Yeah, that can be cool looking long term, especially if you get crazy with stuff, but it gets pricey. It gets loser money wise. Now, the thing to look at next is finances. Last year we made 30 grand. This year we're in September, we're only at 16. And we know that looking at our month to months, we're losing money since we put in the big train and upgraded its rails to the high cost rails. So the big train needs to run a little bit, so the Blazer needs to run a little bit differently. And we're going to have to adjust his weights for. And I'm going to take him up to 50% here and 50% there. So this should, after this round, which will be it had the full load. We might actually make some serious money this time. 70. Let's take a look. We're getting our 3 capacity down a little bit, so it's filling up slowly but surely. We may just have to add another car. It does have to wait at the Malalock end because there's just not enough built up pressure here, and the lines aren't touching it fast enough. We might want to take and add in another station here, pick up some more people, and then do a cross north that also funnels people into the station. We'll have to see. That's one of the fun parts. Again, we can take a look at our abilities here. In here, come to here, this one here, show station coverage. These houses here, not covered really that well. We got a gap in the center of town. So a station here might pick up some of this gap that we have that's not being served. And then we have this lone little guy out here, but onesie twosie. Yeah, we can promote growth into that direction, but do we need to right away? Should we guide their growth by putting in roads for the town to use? Questions. Good questions. Another thing to look at is if we go to the map and zoom in on Malalock, this little area here, and we'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. Unfortunately, this is going to take a show. This little area right here corresponds to this area right here. So we got growth capable there. A lot of growth right in here. We could put in our little road network, guide the town until the town takes away the road, put in just a dirt road. Options, options, options. Or a gravel road so we can do 35 mile an hour or 35 click an hour bus down it. These are the options that we have. But another option we have, and because he's still making money, not massively losing yet, and going to monthly, he's slowly climbing up. He's going to lose money this month. We're going to be in the hole. But he's got a much better, Calico West, Northwestern's got a much better finances. And yes, we did rename the company from Calico Western to Calico Northwestern in acknowledgement that it's just pretty much the northwestern quadrant of the map. As mergers and other things occurred with railroads and companies over the years, they've combined their names or changed their names slightly to tweak, spin off things, when Ma Bell made all of his big breakoffs back in the heyday of the one phone company. There was, dozens of Bell companies that were regional Bells, and then AT&T was Ma Bell was the main that served the long distance lines, and all the local lines were responsible to the small companies, smaller divisions. This town's doing pretty good. Um, Part of this is we added all those buses. That's a lot of stuff to build up and build ridership on, which is why so many of those new bus lines are either still not telling us whether they're making or losing money. So 149 loss. That one's making money, but it's showing as red. So something's going on there. That or just hasn't done enough trips to take and trip it. This one's only losing 29 bucks. Hey, that's good. This one's only losing 50 or so. I'll bet you once it's a station, that'll drop. Yeah. So, each of these is doing pretty good. Overall, our profit and lost 746 the first month of operations. The Blazer is an expensive train. We probably should have went with steam this early on. But I wanted to show you that there were electric passenger ways that you could build things. And while we're not yet to the era of high-speed rail, back in 1933, there are ways to get that high-speed rail effect. All right, so this has been a view what we're running into, and we're going to go ahead and lay in those road networks to guide a town into the future. So I don't really want to spend a lot of money. So I think I'm going to lay dirt roads and not service it yet. Make some little things here. If we put a station here, we'll be able to cover most of that. We can make expanded stations. Then I kind of want to extend him out like that. And then same over here. We kind of do this, connect him up. We've just done the community a favor. By putting in the roads, which will help it grow. And we'll see if this picks up anything for us. One last thing we want to discuss in the finances. Cali Northwestern making money. The question is this button here. It's going to cost me $400 a month to have one. And that's why I'm holding off. Kind of don't want the big headquarters building right away. I want this company making at least $100,000 a year before I build a headquarters. But you can build a headquarters at any time after a certain point in the timeline. A lot of the scenarios you'll play, or if you just do with the 30s, it's always there. Something doesn't really come into effect until, can't remember when headquarters comes into effect. You know what? There's a way to find out. Let us go to finances. is finances. It doesn't tell us the year. And it upgrades for you to build or upgrade your company headquarters if the graphics are provided in the pack set. And Pack 64 has several upgrades. So yeah, you can go to that help question mark thing anytime for if you have questions that I haven't answered if you're playing along. And that I got up to 50 clicks an hour. And I think that's a good point to end this video. Again, this has been episode 27, How Not to Game with Kelly Jack's tutorial on Simutrans. It's a gameplay tutorial I'm showing you as I play along and trying to explain things. Not a true tutorial where it's, this is how this works, this is how this works. They always show you in such a sterile setting. So, hey, I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I'm having.